or not. Mother Nature has basically put you in a perfect position. I get people that ask me, what is going on? Why does this happen? And the best that I can figure out is Mother Nature is trying to show you what love is. And I look at it this way. When I was a kid, I had one of those bicycles. My dad bought me one of those, you know, the banana bikes with the banana seat, and it had the handlebars, and it had the little tassels on the end. I had a little basket and all that. Remember that? And I remember when he got me that bike. I just wanted to get on that bike, but I couldn't ride it yet. So he put those training wheels on, and I rode around on the training wheels. But I really wanted to be on a bigger bike. I really wanted those training wheels to come off. So one day he said, "Okay, we're going to take the training wheels off." So he puts me on the bike, and it had a banana seat and had a little loop in the back, a little metal loop. And I started pedaling, and I didn't realize he was holding me back there the whole time, running behind me. And I went up the street, and then I went back down the street, and I'm riding on that bike, and he held me in that position until I got my balance, and then he let me go. And I think that's what Mother Nature's doing when you fall in love. She's holding you in that position. She's saying love trusts. Love doesn't judge. Love doesn't have all these negative emotions. And she holds you in that position until you get your balance, and then she lets you go. Now it's up to you. You have to decide if you want to continue on with the love. At the same time, research, we can do functional magnetic resonancy imaging of the brain. And we see that the activity moves. Before, most of the activity was kind of in the central part of the brain and our senses. Here's our little amygdala we talked about. But now love moves to the prefrontal cortex. It shares neurons with unconditional love and motherly love. It is hanging out with ethics, morals, compassion, empathy. It's a different kind of love. It doesn't feel the same. This is a healthier love. But our defenses do return. And this is where they believe, there's some theories out there, that love is about self-expansion. And this is where the self-expansion comes in. Do we return back to those old defenses? Do we let those come into play? Or do we grow and continue on and continue to choose love? And that's the challenge when it comes to love. If you choose love, you will continue to expand. If you do not, and you allow your defenses to return, you're going to keep going through these cycles about every 2 years. And I know people, you probably all know people, that every 2 years they're in a different relationship. And you wonder why they can't find love, because this is the pattern that's happening in their brain. When the fear comes, we have to make a choice. Are we going to react on the fear, or are we going to act on love? Now, there's a spiritual axiom or a spiritual principle that says there's either fear or love. And the neuroscience backs this up. Because remember that brain, I said it moves into the prefrontal cortex? Fear severs those connections to the prefrontal cortex. So if you react on fear enough, you will sever your connection to love. You'll pull yourself back out into the primitive part of the brain, and you will no longer be operating in the spirit. You will no longer be operating where real love resides.